Yes, I'm happy to be here. My name is Stefan Zilch. I'm responsible for Spotify in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Just to give some information on where we come from and what we do, as most of you guys probably know it, but just some useful information. So, well, you can read that on your own. But again, as we know, and as we're talking about mobile, you see it right here. So 70% of all young people listen to music on their mobile. So we all know that that is a tremendous growth. We all see it in our own numbers. So we know that mobile devices make up a huge percentage of the usage of Spotify. So another interesting fact is when you look at the tape here, is that a lot of people love to share music. Music is something which is very social. Music is something that is like a kit, or is like a glue for generations, where people talk about how relationships are being built. So music is something very emotional, and that's why people share and love to share music, which is an important part of Spotify and of our global cooperation with Facebook that I'm sure you guys have known or have heard about. So just in a nutshell, what it looks like. If you have never seen Spotify, this is what it looks like on the desktop. So you have everything with what's new. So at the moment it's actually 20 million songs, not 15 or not 18. So it's 20. You can add your friends, so you can follow your friends, and then you can see what they're listening to. And here on the right side, you have like a constant stream where you see what people are listening to that you like or that you are friends with on Facebook. So we work with recommendations, and recommendations is something very, very important for us. So how it works is that you get either recommendations by algorithm, so by the type of music that you listen to, we would recommend music to you, which is similar, but obviously a big part of this recommendation is also social recommendation. So you know what your friends are listening to. My friends know what kind of music I'm into, and they know where, if they can pick up stuff from me, I pick up stuff from other friends that I have, so I follow certain people. And that's something very important for us. What's just as important that you couldn't see on that other screenshot is that we've introduced apps into the music scene, or into the online music scene so far. So what we think of Spotify is much more of an ecosystem of music, or more like an operating system for music than just a player where you can search for an artist and press play. That's the way that Spotify has worked many, many years, and that's still the main usage. But we believe that we have to open up the platform to be really successful. So it's a similar move to, if you look at Facebook, what they have done some years ago, when they said, no, we're unable to include all those contents and to do all those things on our own. We just have to build a scalable platform that has an open API and that allows other developers or other people to produce content for our platform. That's how social gaming started eventually. So opposed to Opeo or Tape TV, we believe we do not have the best editors, and we do not hire content managers. We only have to build a platform and an API that allows those people who know a lot more about like editorial stuff than we do, because we're a technology platform. We allow them on our platform so they can build apps and be present on our platform. So if you look at this is a screenshot from, well, an international one. We have Last.fm, we have The Guardian, Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, but also if you look at Germany, we have Tape TV on the platform. We do have Intro, Visions, those music magazines, we have them on the platform. So you just read the review of the new album, for example, of The XX, fantastic album, and then you can just listen to those songs immediately when you read the review. So that's something very, very interesting. And there's even more apps on that. I've played around a few times with a very interesting app which is called Felody, and there's another one which is called Taste Buds. Those are dating apps based on music taste, which is very, very, well, it's quite intriguing actually. So you can find people that you might want to date, or you just want to contact them, that have the same music taste as you do. And that's something, again, as I said, music is social, we share it. That's something rather important. And you can find out like who likes the same bands as you in your city, or in other places in the world. So that's just interesting thing to play around with. Where do we stand currently? We stand at 15 million users. So those are active users, and 4 million of those are paying subscribers. So most of those are the premium users which use the premium version of Spotify. And we're currently active in 15 markets. So we've launched Germany in March this year. So I'm only here for half a year now. So it's just been launched this year. And after Germany, we've launched Australia and New Zealand. And of course, we have plans to expand because, of course, our business is a business that we want to grow, and we want to be present in many markets, and many people in other markets around the world are waiting for Spotify. So that's why we hope to be active in more markets quite soon. As you introduced, Harald, where do we come from? We come from a country of piracy. So Spotify has been founded in Sweden, which is the motherland of piracy in Europe, I would say. So Pirate Bay, most of the Pirate Bay, most of those other clients that you can use, like the BitTorrents. If you look at Kazaa, which was a follow-up to Napster, all those were Swedish companies. So piracy in Sweden historically was huge and massive. So in the way that Spotify was founded, it was founded as a competitor to piracy. So we want to bring back the people to listen to music legally, and the only way to do that is with a product that offers complete music. So that's why obviously still 20 million songs is still not complete, but it's a whole lot. And also we have to offer the music to some extent for free, because also piracy is free. So if you want to compete with piracy, you would have to offer music, first of all, for free, and second of all, complete, and third of all, the product must be better than those piracy products. And that's what we have achieved so far. So in Sweden, can give you a good example where we've been active for 4 years. So because that's our home market, and we've been active there for 4 years. Most of the results we're really proud of come from those Scandinavian markets. But from what we know is that the piracy rate of Sweden went down by 25%. The usage of Pirate Bay and other platforms. So that's a significant result. Obviously that could go up even more, but we're still not finished. So although in Sweden we are present in a lot of households already, so it is like electricity pretty much. What we're also proud of is that we are a fully licensed and legal music service, and we're paying back a lot of our revenues, paying back to the industry, to the rights holders, so to the music labels, but also to collector societies such as GEMA in Germany and others around the globe. So we are now already the second largest revenue source for European labels. So for example, if you look at Sweden again, we have surpassed the physical sales. We've not only surpassed digital sales of iTunes or other download platforms, but we've also surpassed physical sales, which is still a long way to go in Germany, as this is a traditional physical market where we sell a lot of, or not we, but where the music industry is selling a lot of CDs. But also it's changing here. So music streaming has the highest growth rates, and that's obviously what we're trying to accomplish in other markets as well. So we have paid out over 200 million euros to the labels in the past. And that number is going up significantly because we've launched Germany now, we've launched the US last year, so those numbers are going to increase. Something what is really interesting about Spotify is the usage. So users are very, very engaged. So we have an average usage time or dwell time across Europe around 90 minutes. In Germany, that time is even much higher. In Germany, the average person uses Spotify 109 minutes per day. And that gives you an idea of how people use Spotify and how important it is to recommend new music to them, because there is no way that you know enough music to listen to 2 hours per day. So in the old days, when people said like the average person would buy 6 albums per year, so that would be like 6 hours of music. So people listen to 2 hours per day, and that's where the recommendation, the sharing functionalities, where they come into place. Otherwise, people would be listening to the same music over and over again, which is not a lot of fun. So the whole usage is really users are very, very engaged. So we have over 700 million playlists created on Spotify. So people create playlists that could be an album, or that could be a certain genre. So people listen to hip hop, or they put on. I have a playlist for classical music, for example. So because I really like that, but only once in a while, not every day. So people create playlists, and they do listen a lot. And now coming to mobile, just a few facts on how we approach mobile. Also, we have announced at IFA 2 weeks ago. We've announced a cooperation with Deutsche Telekom. So what that means is that the Deutsche Telekom will, in October, they will bring out tariffs that include Spotify. So they will bring out a music tariff that includes Spotify Premium, so which is usually around 10 euros per month. So that is going to be included in the tariff, so that people could sign up for the tariff and they get a mobile phone for free, and they get Spotify Premium, well, not for free, but included in the tariff. On top of that, there will be an extra option, which means that you could also, if you have an existing tariff with Deutsche Telekom already, but you still want to get Spotify, you can buy it as an extra option. The extra option is actually not cheaper than our own product, but what's really cool is that the data usage is included in this. So, because as you know, in Germany, most data plans are limited. So it means that if you listen to Spotify, that usage will not count against your data plan that you have. So actually, you don't use up all of your data inventory for using Spotify. And we do have similar deals across Europe. Actually, in most markets, we work together with the biggest telcos. So we work with Telia in Sweden and in Denmark, actually to an extent where Spotify has grown so popular that in every tariff that you buy from Telia, Spotify Premium would be included. We work with KPN in the Netherlands and have a really, really good relationship there. It works very well for both parties. We work with SFR in France. So we have those relationships with mobile or telecommunication operators across Europe, and that's a way for us to increase our user base, but also to offer an extra service to the telcos, because obviously our users and the way that they use mobile are very, very valuable to telco operators. Thank you very much. I believe we do questions later on in the panel. Thanks a lot.
Exactly.